Microphone. Check, 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 check. I think we have a live show. Ha! We win. Cool. Welcome back, guys. This will be part 4 of the CNC build over Christmas vacation. This is the 3018 CNC. I am no professional at assembling CNCs, but we've been doing okay, I think. Made some mistakes and had to repair them, and I think we've done pretty well, all things considered. I'm just gonna wipe this lens here. I think we got a little gunkies on there. Hopefully, there we go. Hopefully, some people can join me as we finish this up. And I got a couple of things. We need to go. We missed these yesterday. Or well, we just didn't get to them, so that's where we left off. We're gonna put those on. I'm gonna go backwards, and we're gonna change that stepper for the keep wanting to call it build plate for the bed, and then we're gonna pick up doing our spindle assembly, and we'll see how far we get today. Yeah, let's see how it goes. So these, I remember, are the screws for that. And with any luck, maybe some people will drop by today, maybe not. Oh yeah, Alexa, trigger live show.
Sending live to you.
Maybe let people know we're here. And that just sends out a notification to my Discord and a few other places to let people know that we're here. With any luck, and hopefully we don't have any streaming troubles again. I think I've got the streaming PC sorted, and I tweaked the audio and the video just a little bit more each day. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better than it was yesterday even. Not that yesterday's was too bad. I think it was watchable without a problem. The very first day we had all kinds of trouble, but I've since updated all my software and I think we're in good shape. So what's the bane of my existence is these T-slot nuts, and just a miserable things for me for some reason. So we'll get these in and we'll do some bracket. This time I'll put it through the hole first. And we should be in good shape. It's kind of fun having like a week of making here. I'm on holidays this week, so I'm making the best of it. If I come out at the end with the majority of a functional CNC machine, I'm going to be a happy guy. I have an appointment tomorrow that I think will screw up my afternoon for streaming, but we still have the weekend too, so I'm just going to keep going until somebody tells me I can't anymore. Cheers, Andy! How are you, Andy? Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. And thank you again for joining my Patreon. Andy joined as a patron yesterday, I believe. Alright. Ha! So here we go again with these miserable T-slot nuts. With any luck, they'll spin into place. That one did. Huh, what do you know about that? Maybe I don't have to swear at it today. And that one did too. Huh, what do you know about that? Maybe you're my... I was gonna say my luck until I just threw one flying. Might as well turn this now so you can see it. Right on. Yeah, this is fun. I'm happy about this. I'm glad this thing is small enough to fit on the bench. I think that's how I'll do builds like this in the future. I enjoy building this live with you guys, even if it's only one person, or even if people just get the replays later. It's so much better than rough cutting and editing. I enjoy this a lot more. Alright, both of those we're off to a good start today. Both of those just did their thing and went in correctly. I don't know. Whatever, we'll take it. And I didn't feel the gantry tilt or anything, so I'm guessing we must have it pretty square. Or we would have. It's pretty easy to feel when things are moving on this aluminum extrusion. It's pretty rigid stuff. I think we're doing all right. Tighten this one up. I'm just going to double check this bottom one. The bottom one maybe didn't turn all the way 90. It's enough. It's like a degree or two off of 90. Good enough. Well, there, that should make, that makes things really rigid. How's the audio and the video coming across, Andy? Are we okay today? Hopefully we are. Alright, so we're gonna redo something here. Yeah, this, like, you can't build this for the price they're charging for them. It's crazy. So just last night I was on the phone with my friend, and I was telling him about it, and he asked what the, like, I think I paid just over $100 for the kit when I bought this, and we were both like, he said that he was kind of impressed by that, and I went on Amazon and checked what the current rate here in Amazon in Canada, and they have one that ships from the local warehouse, Prime, for 208 Canadian dollars. That's about 160 or so American, thereabouts, maybe a little bit more. And that's like Amazon prices, so you can get quite a bit cheaper from AliExpress or whatever. So yeah, they're a hell of a good rig, these, for the price. Okay, so what I realized is I followed the instructions here, at least I'm pretty sure. I was thinking about this last night after I followed the instructions, and they show this stepper show the wires off vertically, and I don't want that. This connector is right in line with the top of our build platform. That's no bueno. That's like, if we have any longer material, we can't use it because it's gonna hit. So I say we give this a quarter turn and just have the wires exit the side. I think would be a lot smarter, and now is probably the best time to do this, I would think, before we get any further along. Just need to move things out of the way. Cool. Glad we're good. Thank you very much. Good audio and good video are important. So we'll just, I know you're not going to be able to see this real well. I can't turn this around to a really good location. I'm really impressed with this kit though. The fasteners and stuff, I haven't had a single fastener strip yet, so they're really high quality stainless units. Normally with cheap kits you usually get those soft malleable junk ones. It's not the case here. This is top quality stuff. This whole kit, everything, every component, the aluminum extrusion is seemingly straight, and like there's a couple of dings in it, but that's nothing to speak of. It had protective plastic over all of it. Like, really pro for just a white box kit, no name brand. Pretty happy with it. Can't go wrong for the price. You can't build it for the price, quite simply. For 208 bucks Canadian on Amazon right now, if you were to buy the components, you'd be into over 100 bucks in just the aluminum extrusion right now. And you'd be into, I don't know, but 60 bucks for the steppers, I think, roughly. So yeah, it's a pretty good deal. The person could even buy it just for the electronics. I have for good spares for 3D printers and stuff. Got some 3D printer parts showed up today that you'll see in a mail bag. on Patreon here, hopefully. Well, it'll be a little bit. I think there's 2 mailbags ahead. Yeah, the Pro. A lot of the Pros, they were available when I got this, and most of the Pros that I saw were acrylic frame, and I like this better. I thought this was a little bit more robust, but I kind of wondered, like, there's quite a few variants, right? So you can't compare them all, but the Pros I remember that I saw when I got this one, I'm like, that's just a cost out on the original kit, and they're labeling it a Pro to upsell it. And they just costed out the components. This is quite a bit cheaper to cut acrylic than it is aluminum extrusion. Quite a bit cheaper to ship too. But I like this one so far. I don't think, like, the spindle is probably nothing to speak of. It's just a brushed DC motor, but most people seem to have fine luck with them. I guess it depends on what you expect. I don't expect to be cutting aluminum with it. I know you can, but I won't. I have the milling setup that I set up in the garage for that. Right on. We're in good shape. Except for my camera mount's gone a little wibble wobble. Fix that up after the broadcast. All right. There we go. We got frames. Now that is off to that side, which I think is where the electronics go. It won't really matter. It's short enough wire, short enough run. This is in place. That's in place. Everything's in place. I think we can start with some spindle action. So, copper nut, the Manny Backlash rig. Threaded rod. I'm going to put my gloves on now so I don't smell like SKF all night. Because we're going to get into these bearings and we're going to have to lube them. As the next steps are putting the smooth rods on. Let's see, can I get you a better angle? Maybe? Huh. Yeah, there we go. And down here in the goodie box, we'll see what we can find for components. We've got brackets for smooth rods, the smooth rods themselves, light boards, spindle, bracket, there it is, must be already up here. No, where's it be? That I know I saw it. Thought I did. Where the heck did I lose it? What is going on here? Only got missing some pieces here. What's going on? Got the tail for our threaded rod, 2 brackets. Oh, derp. Found it. In this box is where I put all the extras. I 3D printed all these pieces from Pavel Spikalski. There's our anti-backlash that I was looking for. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 brackets. And I've got all the hop-up add-ons. We've got our, what do you call that? Z offset sensor. Anyway, you touch off on that for your Z measurement. And then I've got all kinds of cutters. Those are PCB drills. Those are the cutters that come with it. 30 of them. No, 30 degree, not 30 of them. And then ball end mills. Those will be kind of cool. More drill style end mills. Oh, those are PCB ones. They look like a square end mill or burring tool. Pretty cool. And then our offline tool. And then some PCB blanks. That should be pretty fun to use. FR4 board. So we can make our own PCBs. Even though PCBWay makes pretty much all my PCBs, I think it would be fun to manufacture some on the CNC. Or at least know how to do it, I think would be a good skill to have. Okay, call it anti-backlash spring. Call it baggies. And we want this like at the picture. Spring goes in, then anti-backlash goes in. We'll let that sit up a thread or two. So that it can take up the lash, but has a little bit of preload on it. So it just sits down in there. There's about I'd say 4 mil between the nut that's embedded in the carrier and it. That should be, I think, just about right. I'll thread this down till it's kind of centered. And we should be able to install everything, I do believe. Cool. Smooth rods. M5 by 10, 8 pieces. T-nut, 8 pieces. And they just go, looks like, as high up as you can get them. But you can't see. There. Something like so. We'll do bracket. Should be in good shape. Adu's believes. Feel my phone. I think we're in good shape. Okay. Put that over here. We want they have to go on the verticals, right? Yeah, that's the only way they'll work, on the verticals. So as high up as it can go flush on the vertical. We'll face one upwards and one downwards, I guess. So let's just put them in. Do they have washers? Probably. No, they don't. No washers. M5 by 10, T-nut. No washers. I still have a lot of washers though. It would seem to me that we probably want washers under those. We still have a lot of spares. Like a lot. I think we want those. Let's check these. I forget. Were these 8s or 10s? I'm pretty sure these are 10s. Just make sure that we're on the same page. We are. Yeah, we have lots and lots and lots of washers left. Ooh. You know what? I don't think we can. That's not going to be nearly enough. Stick out. Cheers, Armando. Hey, how are you? Ooh. Let's see what it looks like without a washer. Yeah, there's not enough there. We need to run without, otherwise we risk pulling those out, because there's going to be a lot of torque on these, like a lot. That spindle is gonna, like, all your leverage is gonna be focused on these, particularly in this direction. So we're gonna say the instructions are right, and the fact that we got a bunch of leftovers is just the way they assembled the kit. Yeah, there's no way we can't use those. Yeah. Let's see if I can get you a little better angle here. Okay, man. That's about the best we can do, I think. Yeah, that's not a lot of stick out. It's only a few mil. So yeah, we want all of that to be in the nut and not used up in the washer. So okay, I agree. Instructions, you are sufficient. I wonder why I got so many washers left over though. All the, yeah, they maybe just doubled up on the kit. I think I'm gonna have a bunch of T-nuts left too. I think I must have just got a double set. That's cool. These are nice stainless fasteners. I'll use them. Okie dokie. Wrong. Oh, I do have a ball end here. Where that's been the whole time. Alright, come on. Go in and turn. Oof, barely. Didn't want to turn, but did. Good, Armando. Hopefully everybody's recovering from all the Christmas festivities. Hopefully the virus mess isn't as bad in your guys' areas as it is coming up right here. We're getting crazy. Nobody seems to be as sick as they were before though, so that's good news. Let's get crazy out there. Alright, we'll set that just level with the top. Then we'll check. Let's check underneath and see if those two turned or not, which I doubt they did. How can we do this so you can see? Can you see through there? No. Nope. Nope. Nope, I give up. I'm just gonna put this straight. This one on the bottom side is definitely crooked. It is most definitely not turned 90 degrees. We're gonna help it with a screwdriver this time. Got it. And we'll check the other side. The other side is fine. Down here, the other side did go into position. Oh no, it didn't. Tricked myself. Now it did. Look at that. That one went well. Could you see that? Very far away. Tiny dot. You'd have to have it on a big screen. Alright. Those two in position. How do we mount this whole rigmarole? We should be able to hang it from the top one, and then our bottom rod we can just let hang. I think I got it. I think I got the idea. We need to loosen these or make sure they're good and loose. Ah, crap. How the hell did I do that? Grub Screws facing down. That will annoy me forever if I don't fix it. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Okay, fine. You're gonna stay there? That's fine. You stay there then. That T-nut doesn't want to play nice. Turn. Woo! Every time I tell them to turn, they seem to turn. Alright, grub screw facing up. Good. Much gooder. Yeah. Does seem to be that way. That's the way it is here too. Nobody will put a severity on it though. Nobody wants to speak up to that because obviously nobody wants to be held accountable if people start dying and they said, oh, it was not as severe, but it sure seems that way. Sure seems like not much is coming of it. I think most of the people here were asymptomatic, so that's perhaps a good thing. Okie dokie. Smooth rod through. Off by a mile. So, what is canted? That is not good. We're off by a good 10 mil. Where is it? This was true. This is what I was talking about yesterday about truing the machine as a whole after. This is pretty much exactly it. It could just be this bearing, these blocks. Could be. This one looks cattywampus, but this whole side looks fishy. I can see a gap right here on the extrusion. That makes me question if this extrusion, yeah, I can see it with eyes, is canted out. So something isn't drawing it in. How can we fix this? Where is the problem? It's gotta be right here. So I can actually see this too. You'll be able to see it on camera. See the dark there, and then the light. That's the light coming down from the bench, landing on the bracket, and the dark is shadowed. That is clearly canted. So the problem is right here, or at least manifesting here the most. So probably these are our problem. Now I have a big rod I can use to hold on to it to straighten it up. That's handy dandy. There, that shifted a lot. Yeah. Something's still off though. Let's try going down one further. I suspect it's a T-nut wasn't in position and is putting there we go. Ha! There we go. Can you see the other end? Not off by a centimeter now. We're directly lined up. So I'm just gonna hold that there. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just put the smooth rod in place. Actually, I'm gonna tighten it. Are you on camera? No. Back up. There we go. I'm just flexing the rod here, holding a little bit of tension on it, and we'll snug these back up and see where they land as they tension up. Let's see if we nailed it straight, and if we don't, we'll do it again until we get everything nice and true. And this is what I was talking about. You could spend all day long on the bench making it all super square, but the run of your extrusion, remember it is extruded, can be all twisted, and then all that time would be wasted, and then you end up just doing what we did there, and now we are true. And that will slide right in if it's just tight on the block on the back side. Actually, I can go a little bit up. Just gonna loosen it one more time, except this time the pillow block. Let's go over a wide angle here for you guys. There you go. And you'll get the best idea. We're gonna loosen this again, and then we're gonna cant it upward just a little bit. Oh, not that much. There. And then we're perfect. Now we float right in and out. Nailed it. Nailed it. So now we just have to get the other one parallel to that, and then hope that we're perpendicular to the bottom, which I think we will be, but we'll find out. Nailed it. Sweet. We need to grease things, so now it's going to get mucky. Oh, nice. Okay, let's make a mess. The grease. Make sure I got a garbage bag ready for the greasy rags that are going to stink. Same grease as before, SKF helicopter swashplate grease. We will grease up the inside of the linear bearings. These ones definitely have a little bit more lube than the other ones did, but we'll give them a, not really a packing, but we'll give them a little bit in there to get them started on the right foot. They have pretty good seals on them, so what we put in there should stay in there. And then we'll clean off the outside of the smooth rods. And the swerf shouldn't stick to it too bad. Alright. I think that'll do. Considering most people don't add anything at all, and the instructions don't tell you to add anything, they just have you rock with what it came with. I think our way will be a little bit better. Okay, one spindle assembly. We'll put that guy through there, slide that there rod through. Clean the grease off the end. Get grease everywhere. Slides through with one finger all the way through because we actually took the time to align everything. And we have a horrible sounding linear bearing, but We could always retrofit those later. Alright. Now we want another one. Okie dokie. We win. That was really starting to look like a CNC machine, yeah? Check that out. That's not cool. Oh, rain today. We have had non-stop freaking rain and slop here. It's supposed to be winter time for us, and glad you're getting the weather you need. We're getting, I don't know what it is. It's certainly not winter. It's back. I think it's going to be 7 degrees again in a couple of days, they're saying. Absolute craziness. It is not winter. Let's tighten these grub screws before... No, let's not tighten these. Let's wait. Remind me. Tighten grub screws after we get the other ones in place. Yeah, we had a tiny bit of snow ages ago, and then it just went away and never came back. It's so weird. We'll probably pay for it in January and February, and we'll get dumped on and buried. Definitely climate change is very notable. That's for sure. It is abnormal for here. Now I can grease some fingies and things are harder. Andy, you're in the UK, right? How's the weather there been? Usually pretty temperate in the UK. I haven't been in a while since COVID. I haven't traveled through any of the European countries that I normally travel through. I haven't traveled at all in a long, long time, which is okay. That's for the better. Alright, turn this around. We're on camera? Yeah, we're on camera. Sweet. One more. Just at a glance, looks like we're gonna have a buttload of extra fasteners. That's good. This is starting to feel like I accomplished something now on my holiday. Okie dokie. Next. Now we get to wrestle this. Oh yeah, this will be kind of easy now, I think, because now we can, now I guess we just line these up by paralleling with our spindle. That'll be nice and simple. We just make everything slide real nice. No measurements. Not a very complicated system now. We can get complicated thing is the damn nuts. Turn. Come on. Turn. There she goes. Won't be able to tell on the bottom ones. All we can do is tighten it up and feel for it to tighten, because there's no way to see the bottom one. Yeah, it's torqued up. Okay, another smooth rod. Insertion. Ooh, a big burr on it. Oops, sorry about that. Didn't mean to smash into you. Now I gotta loosen those back off because I'm off by a mile. Slide those in an upward direction. Insertion. Insertion complete. Wipe the grease off the end again. Loosen this one off. Bring it up. insertion. Ooh, that one's really smooth. Oh, wow. Jeez, everything's just sort of... She's square now. Holy smokes. That just flops around in there like nothing. That's lovely jubbly. So, do we want to put any lift on it? No, we just want to leave it. We're sitting weight on here. Do we want to put any load on anything when we tighten it? No, we don't. We want all the force on the, we want it preloaded down. Actually, we would like it preloaded up. No, because the force will do the exact opposite. So just gravity resting on it. Yep, got it. Sorry, it helps me to talk through things sometimes. I'm figuring out how to, what the physics of something will be, and we just want, that just resting down so that it's sitting on the top surface of the ball bearings, the linear bearings. Now we gotta fight with this stupid T-nut down there again. It's not turning. Turn! It's turning, but only part way. It's not getting a full purchase on the... Oh, no! No, it fell down inside. Crap. The hell am I going to get that back? Take both out. It fell down. Well, that's annoying. It's sitting on top of the other one now. Now they'll both be down inside here if I don't put something to stop them both from falling. This is stupid. That was a dumb move, Eric. You should have flipped it on its side. That was not smart. Now we're... Oh yeah, now it did exactly what I just said it was going to do. It fell down onto the next one down. Alright, let's stop. Let's stop. Flip it over before it goes any further to somewhere I can't get it back. Let's do something like this. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, kinda. At least this way. Yeah, this will be fine. This will be fine. There. Now it can. Now I can wrestle it with a screwdriver back into position without taking the other side all apart, which I kind of don't want to do. Yeah, it's probably for the better, because now I can make sure they're both turned correctly. Because that one just didn't. It still didn't. Now it did. How can we do this? Sorry, this is gonna have to be off camera for a minute. I see no way I can get a camera angle on this while wrestling this upside down. I just don't see it being possible. I need to set this. Oof. And hold my tongue just right. And lay this down in there. Then shove it with a screwdriver. Oh, the T-nuts aren't so stainless after all. Learned something new. The bolts are very, very stainless, but that T-nut is sticking to my screwdriver, which is magnetic. That one's a fake. It's an imposter. All right. make sure everything is still floating. Tension it down. Roughly equal. Why did I do that? I've got one grub screw up and one grub screw down. How the hell did I pull that off? Actually, I don't care anymore. I'm over it. That will be the one flaw. I've got that grub screw facing up and this one facing down. That will be a flaw until it drives me nuts that I choose to take it apart and fix it. But I might have to, who knows, I might have to have it apart again yet. So we'll just leave it. Okay, how'd we do? Ho ho! That's smooth. Eh? That's no bueno. Something wrong here. We have a problem at this end. So we gotta come apart anyway. We are not linear. We are good here. We are either too far apart or too close together on this end. Yeah, probably too far apart. Because that would be the way gravity would be pulling it. Unless the top one came down. We'll just loosen this. Shouldn't affect our other end. We should be able to, yep. That's all it was. Just put a little preload upwards, make sure we're still good. Then we'll tension that one again. Same thing I did with the bottom. Last video is take the time and get that perfectly smooth all the way to end. Nope, still not. Still could be better. Let's try loosening the top slightly. Take the gap out equally. Yep, that's what it was. Now, is it out of square? Nope. End to end, one finger now. There we go. Alright, I feel good about that. I feel very good about that. I think like these things can work with, like, a person could be way less picky about this and just hammer it together and have things binding all over the place. And they will run. Like, I've seen some pretty questionable assemblies on YouTube before I built this one. Like, I know they were quite bad. But, oh yeah. Thing of beauty. No bind. Like, tiny finger pressure. Tiny finger pressure. End to end. Just beautiful. That is what we want. So let's do these grub screws now and see if they change any. Oops. Watch I freaking throw an Allen key through my scope. Wouldn't that be something? Let's see if these change anything. They shouldn't change much, but they might, and then we might have to readjust our smooth rods for parallel again. It did just a little bit. Let's see if it did. It made a difference. It took my perfectly smooth to end stop and made it not smooth to end stop anymore. I'm getting way too picky though. I think we'll do it again though. I think we'll adjust it again. Why not? That one's still fine. This one, I think it's the top. Just actually, I'm gonna try the bottom. I'll try the bottom first. was the bottom. Now I'll just make sure it doesn't, because we could still have it torquing. Oh, no, there we go. I got it. Okay, let's try that. One finger still. Yep. All the way to the bangy bang. All the way to the bang. Same. Perfect. Perfectly parallel. Perfect. Absolutely as good as it gets. Cool. Indeed. Indeed. Smooth as a baby's butt. That's lovely. Kind of a silly phrase when you think about it. Cool. Okay. Next. What time we got? Jeez, time flies, eh? But it's better to take our time and do this right. Okay, this is where we left off. Nuts. It says put this M5x10 one piece T-nut, no washer. Yep. So that's, where is that? Where'd it go? There it is. And what side? This side. So it goes on like a show. Nothing to it. So, oof. Oh, I love how smooth that is. I'm quite proud of that. Same as the bottom, right? Like, I can't make it much better than that. Other than the rasp in those bearings, which I'm not gonna do anything about that. Oh, come on. This is horrible. That hole is way too big. Well, I guess it doesn't really need to do much, but that hole is almost the same size as that bolt. Did I get the right one? All there was 8s other than the 10s. Yeah, it's 10. Crap. That, I think, well, I guess there isn't a whole lot of load on it, but man, that's not great. The stick out is next to nothing, same as before. They could be another couple mil longer. There's plenty of room in the extrusion, and it definitely needs a washer or a smaller hole in this carrier, but I could 3D print something and put a longer bolt. Oh, excuse me. Okay, perfect. Turned right away. But we can't do anything with that until we, or can we? I guess we can. I guess we could do that alignment right now. No, yeah, well, we can get it rough. That actually feels pretty good there. We want to be able to come to the end here without binding. Oh yeah, no, we can't, because it can change the aim too much. We can't do that till we can put our stepper on, which is probably right now. Yeah, one stepper. They don't show the hardware. Oh, there you go. M5 10-2 for the bracket, and M3 for the other ones. Gasket, 2 pieces. Oh, washers. Good, we can use some of our washers finally. But no washers on the bolts. Okay, so somewhere in here we have a stepper. and a bunch of bolts. Got them. Let's do it right here on the build plate. Should be in good shape. Should be a winner. That is really going to look like a CNC machine. One more. No more axis to go. Where have I got extra bolts? Why 5? 6. Why 6? Are the right ones? No. I do. These are definitely the only ones left. Lots of extras. That's good of them. Okay. This, I think, will go this way. Now, does it matter what side is what? This is the smoother side. I say we want smoother side to the stepper. Sure. Which way do we want the wires coming off? Probably the back? Straight back? You don't really show it. I would say straight back or down. No, straight back, because our controller is going to be right there. We'll go straight back. These ones I'll probably want to pull back off anyway and Loctite, I think. These little fine threaded suckers I like to have Loctite on them. No camera? Yep. I win. I have no idea what kind of freaking bot that is. That shows up and posts one comment. Random gobbledygook. 2 different names yesterday, 2 the day before. No idea. Alright, got that right? I got that right. I can torque this right down. And move the book. Get wrong. Loosen these up, or maybe we don't have to. Yep, we do. Too tight, too tight. Loosen those up for the coupler. I think we'll put this on right now. Although I don't know what the spacing should be, so let's not tighten it right up. But we'll put it so it can't turn, so we know we're on the flat. You can also tell when you're on the flat when the grub screw's pretty much just a tiny bit recessed, usually as a general rule. Okay. Let's see. There we go. That's where we're going to be working. Somewhere in that vicinity. Something like this. I do believe will be correct. Like so. Yeah. Like that. Ish. Need washer this time. Take this back off. And we'll set the washers on. T-nut. What are what? I don't know, Armando. If you mean the chat messages, I have no idea. It's not me. It's not me or any bot that I have. I only have Nightbot, and I haven't. I doubt Nightbot's even. Actually, it's not on the channel, or it would have posted something by now. After so long, it tends to disappear. You have to prompt him to come back, but that's all right. We don't need him. We got you guys. Everybody here is a bloody mod anyway. I think I got the remainder who weren't yesterday added. Alright. Turn, 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 turn. Yay! It turned. Alright. Now, we want to just run things down. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna run the spindle down, not turning the stepper. Oh yeah, it's not me. I don't know. I saw it yesterday too, and the day before. I have no idea what it is. It's just some random person with some random bot. Okay, so it's snugging up there now, and now that we know everything was parallel before, we know the problem is with the stepper driver, with the stepper motor itself. So we can loosen that and change this until it's perfectly centered. Yeah, see that freed it right up. And what I'll do is I'll tighten that back down. After I fight with the T-nut that now turned the wrong bloody way. It's not turned sideways anymore, that refuses. There, I think that's got it. Alright, we're smooth all the way to the end. We're just bumping up against the end stop, one finger. That might change a little bit when we tighten our grub screws here. Let's see. Let's finish tightening this bottom one. And make sure that we got everything to stay good and square. The only thing that matters, like I mentioned yesterday, this just lets us get maximum speed out of this thing for non-travel moves when we have no friction in the system at all. Under drive, like, unless you have it completely crooked, under powered operation, we're not gonna see, like, when it's milling it. Every bit of friction matters, but it's for the non-travel moves where we can really accelerate it up and really do max speed without the steppers getting overloaded when they accelerate and decelerate. Just get a little bit more oomph out of it. But I'll probably never use it. There'll probably be headroom we'll never need. Yeah, I don't know where Nightbot's at. It's a funny thing. Can't expect much for free. It is definitely still on the channel because I saw it in the mod list when I was checking the channel settings this morning for the first time in like a year. But I'll have to go to the website and have them rejoin, I guess. Okay, this is feeling pretty smooth. Pretty damn smooth. We'll just make sure it doesn't bind at the other end, and we'll tighten the hold down for this other end. Bring it where you can see it a little bit better. There you go. All the way to the end, and then it's just this rod support that could bind things up, but it is definitely not. Smooth right to the end stop. Tighten that down. It doesn't really support much. The suspension for the threaded rod shouldn't be holding any load to speak of. the smooth rod should be doing that. If there's load applied on the ball screw you got bigger problems. Your CNC is not going to last long. Okay, that is smooth as glass. We'll round off all the heads so we make sure that we can't go back and ever do anything ever again. How about that? Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. Feels good. We'll double check this backside one because I have a feeling I missed something back here, as I always do. Good. Good. Holy smokes. What do you think of that? That looks like a CNC machine, right? Right? That looks like something. Like, he's down to the nitty-gritty now. Now it says controller. Geez, that's got to be the end of the show. Laser. We don't have the laser. But it looks like you just mount... Oh yeah, they do have that straight back, the connector on that stepper. So they show M5x10, same thing. With spacers. Oh, T-nuts again. Frickin' T-nuts. Okay. Let's put it on. Washers? Washers? I want to use my washers. No washers. Boo. Is this where I saw them? Yep, this is where I saw them. Spacers. Spacers. Nice. Thank you. That deserves a drink. Sorry, I can't sample beer on the show anymore. Quit drinking beer a year ago, February, and then the pandemic hit like hard a week later, and I'm just like, because we only have, you can only buy beer at the government authorized beer store in town. I'm just like, I saw the lines down the street. I said, I don't want to deal with that, and I never had another one, and those lines lasted like better part of a year. So I just never went back. I haven't had a beer since, so I can't cheers and do samples of beers and stuff like I used to. It's just not the same, but I sure feel a hell of a lot better. Never waking up with a hangover, man, that's nice. I can tell ya. Sure feel a lot better. So it goes that way. Oh, we can definitely use washers. Oh yeah, this is like washer heaven for sure. We can use washers. I'm all excited I get to use up my washers. Come on, move back. Hardware, please. Hardware. Okay. We want bolts, washer. We want all these spacers. It's an interesting little board, eh? Kronos Maker. I don't know whether that's any good or not, but I recognize that plug, and that's from my offline controller that I got. I know it'll fit in there. That's cool. I don't know whether I'll use the offline controller. I have a laptop dedicated to the laser cutter in the garage, so this will be right there with it. Oh, frig. We can't use our washers. Again, we're out of threads. Boo. There's only like 3 threads exposed. Boo. Oh well. That's why they don't call for them, I guess. Because they knew, Eric, you can't use one. We didn't give you long enough bolts because we saved 1 cent across the entire machine, across all machines, by not giving an extra millimeter on the bolts. That is the difference between going bankrupt and not going bankrupt. There we go. No, we can't, Armando. The beer store, it's literally called the beer store. Here in Ontario, different parts of Canada have different rules. Here in Ontario, we have what's called the liquor store, where you get hard liquor. It's called the LCBO. It's the Liquor Control Board of Ontario. It's government operated, and all of our booze is like 90% tax. Actually, that's not even an exaggeration. I think that's pretty close. And you have to, there's usually, like, big cities have lots of them, but small towns like me, where I am, a little over 10,000 people, have one LCBO and one store called the beer store. And the beer store carries only beer, and the LCBO carries both beer and spirits and wine. But they also, their beer, they mark it up to a ridiculous amount of money, like more ridiculous than what the beer store charges. Our booze is ridiculous expensive here too. It is. Oh god, look at this. What the heck? Maybe I have been drinking. So anyway, yeah, I don't miss it at all. I don't think I'll ever go back. I hope I won't, because I feel a hell of a lot better. I remember waking up feeling like crap way too many days, and like random Tuesdays, and going to work feeling like hell. And now I'm achy and sore and getting old, but I did it on 2 of them. Oh man. But I don't wake up with hangovers, so that's nice. But apparently I have to assemble everything on the CNC machine twice, because I put the spacers on the wrong side. Now the T-nuts are falling off because you've only got 1 thread to work with. It's a comedy of errors. But it's the most realistic assembly on YouTube. None of these jump cuts every 2 seconds. That'll be... I will do a final video, but... God, I'm sure a lot of people could do better than this, but... at least we're real. Okay. They have the USB going. What? Oh, yeah. We want it on this side. I was just about to put everything on the wrong side too, wasn't I? We want it on this side. Yeah. We want it on this side. And we want the USB out this side. But do we? Yeah, let's just stick with the way they did it. I have lots of USB extendo. I was just gonna put it so the USB, I think my laptop's gonna be on that side, but I'm sure this will be fine. So they have it kinda in the middle to this side, so about 1/3 of the way. These I don't think you'd want to tighten very tight at all, or we'll crack. I don't know, it's probably a 4-layer board at least. I do not want to crack the FR4. I think we'll use some Loctite on those ones, eh? You only drink Diet Pepsi too. Yeah, it's just the way. I don't know when they standardized it here in Ontario, long before my time. And yeah, I think everything government controlled, they like having their control and their monies. Oh, how to connect. Install the driver, and you're away. Not much to it. I think what I'll do, find some wires. We could. What's this? Oh, that's for the drive, because it's got spades on it for the drive motor. So I have no idea on the cable management on this. So here's spindle, click, and that's gonna go up to the spindle, but I'm probably gonna have to redo these several times for cable management. Like, I assume we'd want it like a drag chain across the top, I would expect. So, and I don't know. There's the red. There's red on here. So let's give these a little twisty twist. No, it's not gonna do anything for noise or anything, but it'll make it a little neater. And then we'll, I have some split loom we can use. I'd like to use that ribbon stuff. It would be nicer than the split loom, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, there's a little tiny bit of a red mark on here. Barely perceptible, but it's there. And I still plugged it in wrong. Jeez. It is hard to talk constantly and build to a stream. Alright, that's lovely. Or it will be once it's got some loom on it. And then all of our cables. Are they all the same? They are all the same. So yeah, I have no idea how this should be cable managed. I guess, oh, these two are still one piece. Huh? Ah, you must have to take them apart. There's no way. We've got here, here, and there. Yeah. Let's do this one first. Ah, let's turn this around. We're streaming, we're supposed to be showing it. That's the thing. You also, when you're building, there's so much quicker ways to do things, but if you're gonna stream it, you gotta at least try to get it on camera. Okay. Okay, back side of the spindle. There we go. Back side of the spindle, like so. Click. Comes around. And this is going to be Z. Click. And then we'll route these two together, however that's going to work. And then these two, we can leave them together up here at the board. That'll be nicer. So we want, why is there two? There's a Y1 and a Y2. Why is that? Why is this? X, Y1, Y2, and Z. I guess X and Y1 would make sense, right? And then we'll just break them apart where we have to. We'll just leave these together. That'll be neater. Yeah, it is. It's hard to stream. It really is. But I don't know. I find it fun. Like, at